Imagine your mind is a candle. For most of us, its flame is fed by the sun. Light, warmth, energy. Now imagine the sun disappears. Not for an hour, not for a day, but for months. This is the polar night, mørketid, 2 months of pitch-black reality in northern Norway. Your candle should sputter. It should die. This is seasonal affective disorder, the winter blues. And yet, Norwegians have some of the lowest rates in the world. Their candle doesn't die. In fact, it burns brighter. They're not just surviving the darkness, they are drawing power from it. They've discovered a different kind of fuel, and it's not what you think. The easy answer is biology, that they're modern-day Vikings, genetically wired for the cold, born with thicker skin and a mind to match. But studies show that's not it. Genetically, they're just as susceptible. So, what about technology? The brute force solution: blast your eyes with artificial sun, popping a pill to replace the sun's chemistry. These things help, a little, but they don't solve the core problem. They're patches, a bandage on a broken bone. Because the problem isn't just a lack of light, it's a lack of joy. And you can't swallow joy in a capsule. The real answer is deeper. It's a piece of psychological software, a mindset that changes the hardware itself. In Norway, they have a word for it: Koselig. The English translation is cozy, but that's like calling a supernova a spark. Koselig isn't a thing. It's a feeling, an atmosphere. It's the warmth of a fire, the glow of a candle, the taste of hot chocolate, the feeling of a thick wool sweater. But most importantly, it's about connection, sharing that warmth with other people. Here's the crucial part. Koselig is not a reaction to the dark. It's a proactive creation of light. They don't wait for winter to end. They give winter a reason to be good. And by leaning in, they transform it. This is a psychological technique called cognitive reframing. You can't change the facts. The sun is gone. But you can change the story you tell yourself about the facts. The Fighting Winter story says this is a threat. It's something to be endured, to survive. This puts your brain into a state of chronic stress. The Koselig story says this is an opportunity for rest, for quiet, for connection. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a fundamental shift in anticipation. Instead of anticipating months of misery, you anticipate months of candlelit dinners and warm conversations. Language is key. They don't say, "Ugh, it's so dark." They say, "What a perfect evening for a fire." This reframing literally prepares your brain for a positive experience. It changes what you look for and what you find. This reframing has a direct chemical consequence. It changes how your brain produces dopamine. Dopamine isn't just the pleasure chemical, it's the motivation chemical. It's released when you anticipate and work toward a reward. Passively consuming entertainment gives you a small hit, but actively creating a rewarding experience, that's a flood. This is the engine of Koselig. You don't just sit in a cozy room, you make the room cozy. You actively plan the game night. You chop the wood for the fire. You bake the bread. Each of these actions is a small, goal-oriented task, and each one releases dopamine. You're creating a self-sustaining reward loop. You are no longer dependent on the sun for your good feelings. You have become your own sun. Now, let's contrast this with the modern Western approach. We don't embrace the darkness. We fight it. We try to pretend it isn't happening. We maintain the same frantic pace of summer, pushing for productivity when our bodies crave rest. This creates a state of resistance. A constant, low-grade battle against reality. And it's exhausting. When we do try to relax, how do we do it? Passive consumption, doom scrolling, binge watching. This isn't restoration, it's distraction. It provides a tiny, fleeting dopamine hit that leaves you wanting more. We have forgotten how to actively create joy. We've outsourced it to screens and delivery apps. This is the anti-Koselig. It's the mindset of enduring, not embracing, and it's a recipe for misery. The secret of the Norwegian winter isn't in their jeans or their lamps. It's in their perspective. It's the realization that your internal weather doesn't have to match the weather outside. They've learned to treat winter not as a void to be filled, but as a canvas to be painted on, with the warm colors of connection, creation, and contentment. This is a skill. It can be learned. You don't have to live in the Arctic Circle to face a personal winter. We all face periods of darkness. The question is what you do when you're in it. Do you curse the dark and wait for a sun that may not come? Or do you gather the kindling? Do you strike the match? Do you build a fire so warm and bright that it becomes its own reason for being? This winter, try an experiment. Don't just survive it. Make it Koselig. Lean in. Create. Connect. Find out what it feels like to become your own sun.